And we're back with a brand new episode of our top 5 movie/TV shows of the month, June edition. Alright, if you guys are new to this channel, my name is Matt.
My name is Nicole.
Oakley's over here. You'll meet her at the end.
Or sometime in the middle.
But anyways, this is a series that we do on this channel where we give our top 5 movie/TV shows of the previous month. So, she'll start off first.
So, my first pick of June is going to be Nancy Drew. It's on HBO Max. This was a really good TV series to me. I binged it, but...
And how long? How many episodes did you watch? How many episodes were there?
Like 20-something.
Because you finished all the seasons?
So, actually, there's 18 episodes in the first season.
Which, that's still a lot.
Yeah.
Most, especially, I feel like they knew this was going to be a hit or something, because normally they give like 10 or 12 to see if it does good.
So this is obviously based off of the book series. I don't know if this is one of the books or if it's just like a spin-off of it. But Nancy Drew is a detective, and something happens to where she said she wasn't gonna do this stuff anymore, but eventually she does it and tries to do it in secret. But one of her friends follows her because they already knew she was gonna do something dumb. So,
Buckley, why are you just sitting right there? You want to be in the camera?
So all of her friends join her into investigating what has happened in the show. So there's a lot of twists and turns in this series, but very highly recommended. So yeah, it's on HBO if you didn't catch that in the beginning, so you should go watch that if you have it.
Alright, so the first one on my list is going to be Becoming. It's a documentary about Michelle Obama on Netflix. So this documentary is about, obviously, Michelle Obama and her life. She kind of reflects a little bit on being the first lady. Becoming is also her book that came out first, if you guys don't know. So it kind of follows her on the book tour as well. But yeah, to me it's just really cool to see like an insight of her perspective on things and how she felt about being inside the White House, now outside the White House, and yeah, it's pretty good if you're into a little bit of history, I guess.
So my next show is 13 Reasons Why. It's on Netflix. Alright, so for those who haven't seen 13 Reasons Why, there are 4 seasons. The 4th one came out this year.
The last one.
The last one as well, the very last one. So basically it all started with a girl who committed suicide and made 13 different tapes about, or for 13 people, and they just listened to their own tape as well as everybody else's. But today we will only be talking about the 4th season. So in the 4th season, the main character is named Clay Jensen. He is going through so much, trying to handle everything happening in his life as well as everybody else's. And things just start happening that are kind of like, wait, like how did that happen? Who did it? Kind of like a mystery kind of thing, but it's not really a mystery. So in the end, obviously you find out like why everything is happening and how it happened. So yeah, it's on Netflix. Go check it out.
The next one for me is another documentary, as Oakley joins. It's on Apple TV Plus. It's called Dads. So the documentary is about 6 dads around the world that are mostly, I feel like, stay-at-home dads, if I can remember correctly. It pretty much discusses the joys and challenges of being a dad. There's also celebrities in the documentary that give their take on it, like Will Smith has some interesting takes. Conan O'Brien was in there. Patton Oswalt was in there. Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, Ron Howard, and his family, I think his son, and his daughter, I believe, is one that made this documentary. So the reason why I like this documentary a lot is because I just like to watch parents and kids and how they interact and stuff, and kind of just seeing the process of like a child's development, I guess, growing up into an adult, I guess, even though they don't really show them being adults in the show, but just kind of seeing the interactions of parents and kids. So yeah, if you want to check it out, it's on Apple TV Plus, and it's called Dads.
Alright, next on my list is Jerry Epstein.
It's not Jerry.
I always say Jerry, you guys. It's Jeffrey Epstein. So it's Jeffrey Epstein, Filthy Rich. It's on Netflix.
Disgusting guy.
People would describe him as being manipulative and running a pyramid scheme with underage girls in ways that shouldn't have happened. So in this docuseries, it just has many different girls who were a part of the pyramid scheme speaking out on their tragic experience that happened when they had encountered him and his girlfriend. So as we get to hear the survivor stories, We also explore his habits, basically what he was doing behind the scenes, I guess you could say.
Yeah, and if you guys don't know who he is, he's just a genius manipulator, but he was also just a really rich guy, which it's still like a lot is unknown of how he got super rich.
Yeah.
And he was sexually abusing a lot of young girls, obviously, and he ended up getting caught, ended up going to prison, and then he ends up committing suicide, but there's a lot of controversial things and kind of conspiracy theories around that because it just kind of doesn't make sense or add up. But yeah, I watched that as well. It's a good documentary if you can handle hearing the stories.
So yeah, if that sounds interesting to you or you want to learn more about it, go watch it on Netflix.
All right, so the next one on my list is going to be on Hulu. It's a Hulu original. It's called Rami. So basically, it's about a young Egyptian guy in America, and he's kind of struggling with, if you'd say, like being loyal or faithful to like his Muslim beliefs and stuff, while also wanting to like be a regular 20-year-old guy and date and go to parties and do all these different things. So he's just kind of struggling between that, and it's a comedy. But yeah, to me, it's a really good show. It kind of reminds me of Master of None in a sense, not fully, but it kind of does, from Netflix. But yeah, it's an interesting show. It's funny. It has its funny moments. It has its also kind of weird moments and awkward moments in a sense. But yeah, that's Rami. It's on Hulu. It's a Hulu original. You guys should go check that out.
All right, so next on my list, it's on Netflix. It's called 365 Days.
You can see what she's into, her 50 Shades of Grey stuff.
Yeah, he said that a lot of people were saying how it was like 50 Shades of Grey, but I saw no correlation with that at all, really. But basically, it's just about this woman who gets kidnapped by a male mafia member, and he gives her 365 days to fall in love with him. So in the beginning, he kind of like traps her in his house in a room until she starts to abide by him. And I was talking to my sister about this movie the other day, and I didn't know this at all either, but she was saying how it's a book, I think. I forgot what it was. I think it's a book. They're going to come out with another movie. I don't know when. And I was like, good, because that ended kind of trashly. And I was like, how are they just going to end it that way? So yeah, it kind of makes sense that another movie would be coming out, which I look forward to just to see where the story goes. But yeah, it's a really big movie right now. I feel like everybody's watching it. But yeah, go check it out on Netflix.
All right, so the next one on my list is going to be Central Park on Apple TV+. It's an animated TV show. All right, so this show has to deal with this family that lives in Central Park, and the dad kind of takes care of it and essentially has to save it from this land developer because she wants to tear it down and build something.
And she like oversees the entire park because her building.
Yeah, where her building is, like, and she's like on the top floor. As soon as she steps on her balcony, she sees it all. But anyways, besides that being like the main premise of it, it's also a musical. So there's a lot of singing and rapping as well.
Yeah.
But
it's actually pretty catchy songs.
Yeah. And I'm not the biggest fan of musicals normally or whatever, but this one's really good. Maybe it helps that it's animated.
And it's not like the whole episode is a musical. It's just like there will be like a little piece of that episode that they like sing in. And
it's also created by the people that also did Bob's Burgers, so you can also see the similarities in the animation there. But yeah, it's on Apple TV+. It's a really good show. Oh yeah, there's only 6 episodes out. So I was debating on if I wanted to use it for this month or wait till the next month. But, I mean, I watched it all this month. So I thought it was worth putting into this one. But she's up next. What you got?
So yeah, that one was on my list as well. But my next pick is going to be Love Felix. So...
which she didn't know about until I told her.
Yeah. Basically, it's based off of the movie Love, Simon. You don't have to watch Love, Simon to watch Love, Felix.
But would you recommend it?
I'd recommend watching Love, Simon. In the beginning of Love, Felix, he kind of introduces who Simon is in a way. But anyways, this show is about Felix, who is still trying to find himself to discover who he really is, when he kind of already knows. So basically, Felix is gay, but...
he hasn't accepted it.
Yeah, I think it has to do mainly because of his dad and his grandfather, who... they don't make fun about it, but they make, like, remarks about it. Well, his dad at least. And
about
then
him? Or
no,
just
not in general.
Oh.
In general. And his grandfather is very old-fashioned in the sense that he thinks a man and woman should be married, not a man and a man or a woman and a woman. So he meets a girl on his first day of school and starts talking to her while also DMing Felix.
Come on.
While also DMing Simon throughout the whole show. And Simon kind of helps him navigate his way through what he's going through and how he's feeling so that he can actually be the true him and not be a different version of him. But yeah, I highly recommend this show. It was really good to me, at least. Go check it out on Hulu.
Alright, so we didn't realize, but that was her last pick. That was her 5 that she has given. Want to read them off again?
Yeah. So...
Wait, do you want to read them off? Can you rank them, your favorites?
Rank them? I'm not good at ranking things at all, ever. Because, like...
We will rank in the future. We didn't plan it on this one, but in the future, we will try to rank these to show which one we thought was the best of the month.
Yeah.
But for now, just give them a rundown of what you watched again.
Nancy Drew was 1. 2 was 13 Reasons Why. 3 is Jeffrey Epstein. The 4th one was 365 Days. And my last and final 5th is Love Felix.
Alright, so my final pick is going to be The Outsider. It was a pretty big show. It was on HBO Max.
Not to mention, as our last video, we were supposed to watch this together. We started watching the first episode together, but yet again, he doesn't fail.
No, we started watching the first episode. No, I started watching the first episode while she was in here. She was watching it as well, but that was a long time ago. And then we stopped watching it, and then I started to watch it again. So... You're wrong. But anyways, that's my final pick. It's originally a Stephen King book, which I have actually read, by the way. So yeah, Stephen King book turned into a TV show. It's called The Outsider. It's really good. So it's pretty much like a mystery show, horror a little bit, crime show. So what happens is this kid gets murdered, and they don't know how, obviously, but with witnesses and evidence here and there, it pointed to the baseball coach. So it goes from there to an investigation, and it seems like it's just a normal thing as far as just like a regular normal murder. But of course it's Stephen King, so it's never just regular and normal. Some crazy mysterious things end up happening, and yeah, so it's only 1 season. I think it's only going to be 1 season. It could be a little slow at times, but I'd still recommend it. If you guys have HBO Max, I think that's definitely a must watch on there. But yeah, that's my final one. So I'll run down real quick my 5. I had Becoming on Netflix. I had Dads on Apple TV Plus, Rami on Hulu, Central Park on Apple TV Plus, and The Outsider on HBO Max. So now we'll add up our total. So the ones below here are the ones that are obviously from this episode. But alright, let's add those up and see what we got and see who is in first place. Alright, so as you can see, Netflix is still in first place. Added 4 more this episode, which brings this total up to 12. Apple TV Plus is in second place, adding 2 more, coming in at 6. Hulu's in third place, adding another 2 to the total, which brings it to 5. HBO Max gets on the board, taking over Quibi for the next spot with 2. And then Quibi is in last place with 1. Also, we might actually, in the future episodes, split it up between hers and mine, so, because I feel like a lot of Netflix is from you.
Yeah, I have a lot of Netflix options just because Netflix is always my go-to.
And Apple might be, a lot of the Apple ones might be mine.
Yeah.
So, yeah, in the future episodes, we will probably split those up and see those totals of how many Netflix, how many Apple, etc. for her, and same thing for me. But yeah, this is what we got so far.
So the next time you guys see Oakley, she will no longer have a saggy booty. She is finally getting her booty trimmed. There's her booty.
Yeah, all that extra hair she got down there will be chopped off. Alright, so that's going to be the end of the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Give this video a big thumbs up. Twerk, 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 twerk. For Oakley twerking for you guys. And for our TV shows and movies recommendations. Also, comment down below any of the TV shows or movies that you'd like to share with us. We would definitely like to check them out.
So yeah, don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you want to see more videos from us.
And the notification bell.
So you get notified every time we post a new video.
Share this video with anybody you know that would be interested in recommendations or anything like that. Oakley always gotta go for the jug. It's her thing. But anyways, my name is Matt.
My name's Nicole.
This right here is Oakley.
Bibis. And that was A Piece of Us.